Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another live stream. So today we have a very special guest, Nick from Keeping Fish Simple, with us today. How are you going, Nick?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you, Lazarus?
Yeah, doing good as well. Thanks for coming on to the stream today.
That's fine. I'm really, really excited to be here, and thank you so much for inviting me on.
My pleasure. So we'll wait a couple minutes for some people to come onto the stream. So maybe while we wait, we could say hello to whoever joins, I guess.
We are a little bit early.
Yeah, a bit early too. So yeah, just thought we might get a bit of extra time in. So first in the chat today we have Corydoras.
Hey, sorry. I can't see the. Oh wait, I can't see the live chat. Oh, there we go. No, I can see it. Wait, can I see it? Yeah, I can. Sorry, I was just trying to find where the chat is so I can see it. Sorry about that.
Oh no, all good. So yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that name, different language, but yeah, thank you for popping in the chat. We got Kayla's Aquatics and Exotics. I've watched your stream early today. Pretty fun. I'm looking forward to this one too, to be honest. And then new face in the on the channel. We got Zerst. How's it going? Thanks for coming on to the stream. And then we've got a great supporter of the channel. Been a great supporter for a while. We got Fresh Aquatics. Yeah. Nothing much happening. Just
I recognize Kayla's Aquatics. He watches my videos quite a bit, I think, because I see him commenting.
Yeah.
And I think I've checked out your channel before too.
Oh, thanks. So yeah, I'm doing good. Fresh, how are you going? And Nick, how are you going? What have you been up to?
Today, is that? Yeah. So today, I've had a bit of a day that seems unproductive, but is kind of productive. Today I've been making fish food, and I've got a lot of fish that eat the fish food that I make myself. Yeah. So I feed it to my Corys, like the grow outs. So not the brood stock, but the babies eat it, and it's just this beef heart mix. And I also feed it to my discus, and I also feed it to some of my cichlid grow outs, so like the angels and rams. And it's quite a process to make it because you got to run around and get a bunch of different ingredients, and you got to cut all the ingredients up. And I haven't even finished making it yet, so I spent most of the day doing that.
Oh yeah,
nice. But yeah, it needs to be done because I find that the Corys especially don't seem to do very well when they've stopped eating baby brine shrimp. You need like a special food to feed to them when they go from eating baby brine shrimp to dry foods. And the wet food really helps them to transition because they really like it, and it's really easy for them to take little pieces off. It's like Rapashi. But I think it breaks a little bit easier in the water than Rapashi. Rapashi's like too jelly because they can't eat it, but this stuff just like turns into like a dust on the floor, and then they can pick at the pieces that they want. So I find it really useful.
Oh yeah, so Nick made a video a while ago on how to make fish food. So yeah, I watched that. It was very good. We got a question from Zerst. What is your best opinion on how to breed bronze Corydora?
They're pretty easy to breed. So the first thing is you're going to need like, I'd recommend a group of 6, and I'd try and get 4 females and 2 males. No, I mean the other way, 4 males and 2 females. But that doesn't really matter too much because I'll probably breed in a pair. And put them in like a 20-gallon tank with, you probably don't even need sand. They're that easy. And just feed them a ton of bloodworms and get the females really plump. And then all you need to do is a cold water change, and they should start breeding. And they'll start spawning on the glass. And I try and make sure that if you're trying to breed them in an aquarium with no other fish, because otherwise what happens is they'll lay the eggs and they'll just get eaten straight away. And you might not even know that they're breeding. So if they're in an aquarium by themselves, they'll probably feel a little bit safer. and they'll breed a little bit better for you, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, because I also have some bronze Corys in my 90 liter. So yeah, good to know.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah. So you did make a video on how to breed the Corydoras in bins. So
I didn't have any success with that, really. I saw it in this book that I had on the on my website, which I don't have any more of. But in the book, it had this chapter on how to breed Corys. Sorry for my camera, by the way. I had this chapter on how to breed Corys, and I was just trying to copy that idea, and I thought it'd make a cool video. But they were breeding, but then they'd just eat the eggs straight away. So maybe I'll make a video in the future on it again. But this time maybe paint the walls a different color so they can't see their eggs as easily, because their eggs were so easy to see.
Yeah.
So they just turn around and eat them right off the wall. It's super annoying.
Yeah. So so like the substrates for Corydoras, you don't really want to have like coarse, like big pieces and sharp pieces. What I've seen is in my tank, they also really love like that shrimp substrate. It's like that aqua steel. Yeah.
Yeah, like stratum or whatever it's called.
Yeah. I don't know, just the tank, but I apparently I've heard it is expensive, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty expensive. I only use it for my Caridina shrimp, and I don't use it for my Neocardinas. But it like costs $50 a bag. The stuff's pretty expensive, and it only lasts like 2 years. But I think that substrate for most people isn't going to be important for their Corys. I know there's probably videos of me saying it, that like the sharp substrate's not great for Corys, but I think that that's mostly been like disproved by, I think Aquarium Co-op, he made a video or something like that where he was showing the substrate that the Corys were on in the wild, and it was like really, really sharp. So I don't know if it's that important, but I just avoid it anyways. Like I wouldn't put them in with something sharp if I didn't have to. But yeah, I don't worry about it too much. Just like fine sand is my favorite thing to use.
Yeah. Okay. So Fresh Aquatics said Corydoras are definitely some of my favorite fish, especially the albinos. They have such funny faces, and that is their charm. Yeah. What do you love about Corydoras, Nick?
I like that they stay along the bottom of the tank, and I like that they swim together for the most part. And I think feeding them too is pretty cool, especially if you feed them like live foods. I really like that. Like live blackworms or live white worms.
Oh yeah,
because they really
around here. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Continue.
Oh
yeah, I was just saying So I just like watching them try and eat the worms. That's pretty cool, and breeding them is really cool as well. I like that they lay the eggs and you have to hatch them separate. Man, my camera's being really quite weird. Yeah, I'll try and fix that up. Sorry about that. And also another thing too that's good about them is they're pretty popular. So if you do breed them, there's never a problem trying to sell them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see them everywhere. They're always good selling.
Yeah, they're awesome because everyone wants to, like, when they go and have like a community aquarium, they always want to add something to the tank. And I find that it's like they'll probably buy a guppy tank and then they'll go and look for something that they can add to that tank like a couple weeks later, and it'll probably be like a Corydoras or something like that. So yeah.
Douglas said, do you worry about the KH and GH, general hardness, I think, caring for cherry shrimp?
So I do, because you just want to make sure you don't have like really, really soft water, because cherry shrimp, when I first got them, because I hadn't kept them for a while, I had different water to what I had when I was previously keeping them, and my water was a lot softer. And cherry shrimp like there to be quite a lot of mineral content in the water because it helps them to molt and form their exoskeleton, I think it's called. So I do worry about it just to make sure that I don't have really soft water. But if out of the tap you have like moderately hard water to like you don't want crazy hard water, then that's perfect and you shouldn't have to worry about it at all. But I don't like to look at it all the time. The only thing that I do for my cherry shrimp tanks is I add some form of crushed coral. So I just put that in the bottom, and I don't know how it really, like, whether it dissipates into the water or if they actually eat it, but that seems to be enough to help them molt properly.
Oh yeah. Cool. So I feel like this is a KFS stream with all the questions we've got in here. Any advice for breeding angelfish?
So I think getting a good pair, and then the other thing too is maybe trying to mix the genetics. You want fish, like especially angelfish, you want to have like mixed genetics. You don't want too much inbreeding because otherwise I find they end up having a lot of bent fins. And then another thing too is grow out space. You need a lot of grow out space, but for getting them to spawn, you just need adults together. You need mixed sexes and enough space in the tank for them to form pairs. And once they form pairs, they'll just breed themselves.
Yeah.
You'll be patient enough to let them do that.
So you say a minimum tank size for a breeding pair, maybe 20 gallons.
Yeah. 20 gallons is plenty. Yeah, you could probably do it in a 10 gallon, and that'd help. Another thing too is in your tank, if you've got fish around, like in other tanks, paint the sides, because I had them at the start, they were looking at each other and trying to spar with other males through the glass of their tanks. If you paint it up, they're just going to focus on each other and trying to breed. So yeah.
Okay. G'day Ollie Stitsky, how's it going? Thanks for the $1 super sticker, really appreciated. So Arnab Patra said, Nick, when I raise fries in a tray, a few of them always skip through the sponge. How do you combat this problem?
So what I've done to, because I had that as well, I just found a sponge with less pores in it and like smaller pores. I mean, no, actually more pores in it, but finer pores. And I cut that up and use that instead. You just have to make sure that it doesn't get clogged because otherwise they overflow. But that's the way I did that. You need a finer sponge, and if not, you need to find a way to cut it so that there's no gaps for them to get out.
Okay. Where can you get the live food from?
So some aquarium shops sell live food, so I'd only buy personally blackworms, but even then I still feel a bit weird about buying blackworms. I feel like they can still carry some aquatic diseases through to your fish. And they use manure and stuff to raise blackworms up. So I'm not too big of a fan of them. But personally, the way I like to use live food, and I probably don't use enough live food, I like to culture it myself, and you just need to get a culture of white worms, and you just got to culture those yourself, or you can use grindles as well. But that's a whole nother job. The best live food, in my opinion, is just baby brine shrimp because it's easy and safe. Like you're not going to get diseases from it. But obviously you can't hatch baby brine shrimp and feed it to huge fish, or it's hard to feed it to like things that live food matters a lot for, like cories. It's hard to feed baby brine shrimp to cories because the cories don't really get a chance to eat it before other fish do. And
I saw your video recently on I forgot who the guy's name was, but you toured his fish room and he had like lots of
Peter,
he was very knowledgeable. He seemed to know a lot about culturing too, so I learned a lot from that.
His key to his breeding is live foods. That's what his main focus is on, because he makes the live foods and that helps a lot with his breeding. And I think he also likes to save money. so he wants to breed his own food to feed to the fish, so they don't cost a lot. But now he's got so many fish that I think he just trades them in and feeds his fish for free anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, breeding the food, and then so you can breed the fish, and then breed the fish room maybe.
Yeah.
So Nate said, "What's your thoughts on heavy feeding bloodworms, giving rams hole in the head?"
I don't know really what my thoughts are. I try and not feed bloodworms to my rams as much as I can. I feed it probably every 3 or 4 days, and I feed a very moderate amount because rams are really susceptible to bloat, and it's pretty easy to bloat fish, especially rams. You have to, like, when I feed bloodworms, I defrost the cube, and then I just go through each tank with a pipette and literally control how much bloodworms each pair gets. But I don't know if it causes hole in the head. It could. I'm not too sure what the deal is with that. But I try to really limit the feeding of my rams to make sure they don't get bloat and die from that, because it's such an annoying way to kill fish.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, because I had a friend with a betta fish, and he had a betta fish and some guppies and neon tetras, and he was babysitting someone at his place, and the kid put in like a whole container full of fish food in the aquarium, and so he lost I think the betta fish and most of the neon tetras due to the bloating, because they won't stop eating because they don't know when to stop. They'll just
especially with bloodworms, because if it's technically a treat, so it tastes a lot better than the flakes, and they just go crazy when they see it. So that's probably why.
Yeah. G'day, Fisher Aquatics. How's it going? Thanks for joining the stream today. So, also Bobby K, welcome. I've seen you a lot lately. Great supporter. And also Bobby, just anyone who's watching my videos who somehow doesn't know Nick's channel, Bobby put in Nick's channel link, I guess. But yeah, we are early. We decided to start a little early just so we can get some people in to start off with. So yeah, it just means some extra time. G'day Fish Kid 61. How's it going? I might while we're at it, I might ask you one of my questions.
Sure.
So, and then we'll get back to questions in the live chat, of course.
Yeah.
What's happening? Okay. So, who inspired you as a fish keeper? Inspired you and, motivates you to grow just from watching like the videos on YouTube?
This is going to be a bit of an interesting one, because I feel like there's not like one person that I watch or did watch that inspired me to keep fish. I think that it's like more of a collective effort from everyone, and it comes from me seeing other people's projects and other people's successes and failures to do what I do. I think now a lot of it's actually self-motivation, because I have a lot of personal goals just with the fish that I want to tick and get done. And I think that it started from watching like all of the people who used to make videos when I was like your age. Like I remember watching tons of Dustin's fish tanks and people like that. And I was just, those are the people who are inspiring me to do things. And I really they were the ones who were really inspirational. And I think now it's, because for me, this has also turned into a business. So like I've got a lot of, motivation to try and this is just with the fish, but breed as many fish as I can, because obviously it means I get to sell more fish. And also just because I find it super satisfying. Like breeding fish is probably like one of the most enjoyable parts of the hobby. And I don't think it gets talked about enough on YouTube. And I think there's a lot of people who actually do enjoy fish keeping, but don't, for some reason, we don't make a lot of videos on YouTube about it. Not fish keeping, fish breeding. But yeah, I feel like the inspiration is just a collective thing from everyone, if that makes sense at all. Yeah, like everyone feeding off each other's ideas.
Oh yeah, because
if I had to name one person, I reckon Dean from Dean's Fish Room. He was one that like I saw his fish room and I was just like blown away. I thought that was an amazing fish room. But
the master breeder.
Yeah, he's insane. I don't know how he gets a lot of stuff to breed so easily, like his plecos and things like that. They just breed like crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's been doing lots of content on Chrome Corp's channel lately.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to watch more of those videos, but
they're in Peru at the moment, I think, collecting stuff. Well, I just what I've seen. I don't know them personally, but I think that's what I've been seeing. So
yeah. Bobby said, as a fellow ram breeder, I have fed my ram bloodworms a lot and so far no issues, but he does culture them. Pretty cool.
I'd be interested to see how you do that. I could make a cool video for my channel as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll watch out for that in the future. FishKid61 has a question for us. Have you ever experienced the head of a fish becomes slowly translucent?
No, I've never seen that. Have you?
No.
I'm not too sure what that could be.
Yeah. Maybe a new species you've discovered.
Yeah.
Anna Petra has another question. Do you feed baby brine shrimp to ram fries from the very first days of free swimming?
So I don't. I've actually changed the method for the way I breed rams, and it's because I can't keep them at home. So I'm not around them all the time, and they're at the fish room, and I'd like to visit the fish room more than I do, but I realistically only go there in the mornings and the afternoons. So it's hard for me to take care of fish in like a bowl and try and do it that way. So I've switched to letting the parents do it, and it's made it so much more easy. And I've had my first successful batch from one of my pairs. I actually took them out from their parents yesterday. And for the first day, I feed Infusoria that I culture. And then I think I just do that as a precautionary. I don't think you need it, because if you've got a settled, like cycled tank, there'll be some in there. And then on the second day, I feed that with microworms. And then on the third day, they're normally big enough to eat baby brine shrimp, but I still supplement with all three of them. So baby brine shrimp, worms, and Infusoria on that day. And then I slowly just wean that out until I've only got baby brine shrimp. And then at that stage, I take them out and raise them myself.
Oh, yeah. So do you feed your fry powder foods much, like first bites?
I try not to. I find powdered foods are good for things like rainbow fish and danios, because it kind of sits up the top and they can like pick it off the top. But like powdered foods I only use really as a supplement for other things. So like the main thing I feed everything is baby brine, and then I'll supplement with the other things. But yeah, powdered food can be good for like if you're feeding Infusoria, feed the powdered food with that in case anyone misses the Infusoria. And I think it's also got a bit like a protein and stuff like that in it, and it'll help. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, fresh aquatics fish go crazy for bloodworms. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but we've got a viewer from Israel. What should I call you? But yeah, g'day from.
I can't pronounce that.
Yeah. Douglas said, have you ever how to get rid of Hydra or Planaria from a tank and how?
Yeah, actually, it's really, really easy. So I had it in it was growing in tanks where I was feeding lots of baby brine shrimp, like baby Cory tanks. And it was actually becoming a problem because they wouldn't eat the baby Corys. They'd just eat all the food before the baby Corys. So I had to kill it.
Yeah.
And the way I killed it was I used a product called No Planaria, and that kills it straight away. Like within like a couple of hours, it's gone. The other thing you can do is add fish that eat it, like guppies and stuff will eat it. But I'm assuming if you're even getting Planaria, you don't have a fish that's going to eat it. So just use that No Planaria product. I think it's called like beetle nut gum wax or something like that. Weird. I don't know what the ingredient is, but it's safe for shrimp and everything, and it kills it pretty quick.
Yeah. So, is it safe to with fish in the tank?
Yeah. So it's like super safe, and you can't really overdose it. So.
Okay. So.
I mean, I've used it on crystal red shrimp, and it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Bobby K asked, "Who's Nick?" Yeah. Okay. I'm sure he does. I've seen him in your live streams before.
Yeah, he's a moderator on my live streams.
Yeah. Same. Great guy. In fact, he lives near you, doesn't he? Queensland.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby's bought a few of my fish before, and I think he's in Gold Coast area.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, I have a weird question, but might as well ask. But like, what's your background? So, yeah, my mom.
What do you mean?
My mom thinks you look Macedonian or Greek, a little.
Yeah, I'm Greek. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm half Greek, and my mom's from America, which would mean that I'm like technically Irish. So it's a bit of a weird mix, but it's funny that she picked up the Greek. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm half Macedonian, so.
We're very, very similar, but not quite the same.
Yeah. Gosh, so many questions. Nick is a fish keeping god. I don't
know about that, but
no. I've like kept fish alive and healthy because of you. So.
Well, that's really cool, but I'm definitely not going to put the master cap on yet. I've got a long time before I think that I'm at that stage.
Yeah. Will Drummond said, "Any tips on breeding bristlenose?"
I saw you were in the last one asking that as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
Because you were looking to breed yours. Yeah. So I was talking to you about this. The most important thing is having adults that are ready to breed. And then I've seen them breed in anything like the cave's important. Having a good sized cave for them to breed in is important. But they've bred in like coconut shells and things like that before. So I don't think that that's crazy necessary. But the first thing is making sure you have a male and a female in a well-cycled tank with a cave, and you just feed them tons of zucchini and green beans. I'd try and avoid high-protein things because you'll just end up bloating them. They can't. If you think about a bristlenose in the wild, they eat a lot of veg matter and things that are low nutrients. So if you feed them things with lots of high nutrients, it really impacts their gut. So they're a fish that feeds off of things like biofilm, which don't have a lot of nutrient, and their guts are used to that. So I guess my tips are zucchini and green beans for food, and then a well-cycled tank with a cave and a mature male and female. So mature male means like heavy bristles on its nose, and a female won't have bristles and it'll be nice and fat and plump. And then from there, I think they're easier than guppies in my opinion. Like they'll breed themselves, they take care of the fry, they don't eat their fry. And if you just even leave them in the aquarium with their fry, you can just take the fry out after they come out of the cave. Like, so for you, I know that you only have a male bristlenose, right?
Yeah.
Or female?
Oh no, I've got a female. in one tank, and then a maturing one in this tank, hoping that's a male. But yeah.
I saw that guy, I think maybe in one of your videos, he has like some little tiny bristles coming through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll be ready in like a couple of months' time. So you can either go and get a mature male, or if you wait like 3 months, he'll be ready to breed, I think.
Great. Yeah, it's been growing pretty fast at this point. So
if you can breed those, you'll make quite a bit of money, and the shops will always take those.
yeah.
So
Yeah, they have lots in my local fish store. There's a tank filled with them.
yeah, there always will be.
Yeah. So, okay, I'll try to think of what I was going to say while we answer another question.
That's all right.
Okay, where are we? Oh yeah, Fresh Aquatics asked us another question. What are your thoughts on big chain pet stores like PetSmart or Petco? I think here to be like Pet Barn and PetSmart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Selling fish and fish supplies.
Do you want to go first? Or I
Okay.
can go first as well.
Yeah, sure, you go first. I don't mind.
Okay, all right. I personally don't have much of a problem with it. I don't shop there if I don't have to. Like if I can't find a medication and I need it that day and I can't wait for it to get shipped, or my local fish store is closed, I just have to go there. But I've noticed that they sell everything extremely high price compared to other stores.
Same.
And I don't think that they personally care. Like, I think that their main majority of interest are on cats and dogs, and fish is just like another way for them to make some extra money. And they're not targeting hobbyists. I think they're targeting like people who are getting their first tank, and it's the first place they think of when they're going to go get a tank. So those people bring in lots of people to the hobby, but I feel like people don't stay loyal to those stores after they really get involved in the hobby. But I personally don't have a problem. Like, if they wouldn't be up and running if there was no demand for them.
Yeah.
But I don't think they care the same.
But yeah, so I agree. Like, I've seen things are like double the price at my local fish store. So that's why most of the time I just go to a proper fish store. But I do also go to like those big box stores when I need something last minute. And because, well, there's one that's only like a 5-minute bike ride away. That's a big box store, Pet Barn. And then there's my local fish store, Coburg Aquarium. That's a 15-minute drive. So if it's like we're going on holidays, we need some feeder blocks or something. We just get those at like Pet Barn or something. But but it doesn't really interest me. They usually have like pretty like common fish that you just see at your local fish store almost all the time. So
I feel like they're not as good quality either.
Yeah. I've ordered only a few before from there, and most of them just weren't well at the start, so they died pretty quickly because I didn't know what to do back then. So I just try to avoid them for live fish. I just like to go to a reassuring fish store for those.
And a fish store will also probably give you like refunds if they sell you a dodgy fish. Sorry, I don't know why my camera's stuffing up so bad. I'll try and make it only my head. Maybe that's what the problem is. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all good. I feel like I'm very far down the chat. So I'll come back to like the questions from before, but I might just say hello to everyone who's come by. So clearly we've got a big audience today, thanks to you, Nick.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So we got Nicholas W. How's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. The Aqua Papa. Thanks for coming. How are you? Antonio Plays. How are you going? Hope you're all having a great day, guys. Benny's Aquatics, great to see you again today. Yeah, we're actually going to do a live stream together in a week too, so that's going to be fun. Fisher Aquatics, great to see you. Yeah, first time I've seen you in a live stream. Craig Donegar, or Craig's Catfish Cave. How you going? Hi, back to you. Kayla's Aquatics and Exotics has come back again. Great to see you in the chat. Once again, I don't think you heard, but yeah, loved your live stream earlier. And then we got Angela Joy, another great supporter of the channel. How are you going? And yeah, that's it at the moment. Quite a lot though. So let's go back to where we were so we don't miss out anyone. Oh yeah. So another question, could you keep biches with angelfish?
I don't know. I feel like there's something I should know, but I think you probably could. I don't think that the biches. Yeah, but I don't. I've never kept biches or researched them at all, so I don't really even know like what their behavior is like. Maybe if I put this down, that'd be better. We'll see if that works better. Maybe. Wait, the camera's a bit bad.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So I've seen like a display tank with a bicha, and I'm pretty sure I remember some really big angelfish in there. I was a Senegal bicha, so yeah, they're all pretty much the same, but I think they kind of care about themselves, but if you have smaller fish, they might eat them. So I think if you have like matured angelfish, as long as they're not being aggressive to the bicha, that's okay. But yeah, there's just, I'd probably check with like people who, if you search up like bichas on the internet and then you see channels that keep them, you could ask them that. They'd be able to answer you possibly. So
I feel like maybe not though as well. Like maybe a big adult angelfish would be okay, but you would not be able to grow them out because I know that a lot of people just feed their culls to the biches. And yeah, they don't really, I think they can eat little fish. So
yeah, so probably not for like breeding angelfish. Plus angelfish would get aggressive too. So not what you want. Also, the bit about the comment about the translucent head on the fish. Fish Kid said it's happening to his angelfish a little bit, and it can slowly see into its head.
Weird.
Yeah.
Glass angelfish.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got the ghost gene.
Yeah. So.
There is a gene, but I've never seen them be like really translucent. I've just seen like a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, it could be that. Nicholas W. asked thoughts on a planted tank breeding setup. Do you want to go first?
Do you want to go first?
Okay.
I'm not too sure like what the planted tank setup would be. Is it, what would I recommend?
Yeah, I think it's like yeah, what would you recommend or had success with? So like yeah, I'll go first, but
yeah, you go first.
I think like a planted tank for a breeding setup is probably going to be easier to breed with some species because like live plants mimic their natural habitat, but then I wouldn't breed fish that will eat those live plants. But then it's also really good for like those what's a fish that lays their eggs on leaves?
Egg scatterer or no, not egg scatterer.
No,
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. I only know egg scatterer and live bearer, but maybe.
Sorry, I just saw the question, so now I understand. I thought it was just what's your thoughts on a planted tank setup, and I was like a little bit confused. But for breeding, I'd recommend a tank. Yeah, like you were saying, with like if you're breeding angelfish with maybe like an Amazon sword, and it'll help keep the tank nice and clean as well. from nitrates. But for breeding certain things, sometimes it doesn't really work well because I find breeding tanks are kind of more temporary in their setups, and a planter tank's more of a permanent thing. So yeah.
Maybe if it's like a breeding tank that you're going to have the parents raising up the fry in.
I still feel like it looks like a breeding tank though. You can't like have a beautiful aquascape and have really successful breeding at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard to collect the fry out and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's hard to do both.
Yeah.
But it can be done.
Yeah. I've seen people do that with guppies. But most of the time it's by accident, so
Yeah.
Okay. Fish Kid wants to know if you're shipping to New Zealand.
I'm not at the moment. I've actually paused the website for I don't know how long, maybe a couple of weeks. I've just taken a break because it was getting way too stressful with shipping out orders, because a lot of people don't know, even though it seems like, because of like the size of the channel now, which it's kind of weird for me to think about, that it's getting really, really big. But a lot of people think that there's a lot of people working on it, and it's still only just me. So I do all of the emails and ship out all of the fish and breed all the things and clean everything. And I was getting so many orders. It was ridiculous. I had like 20 boxes of fish to ship out on a Monday morning sometimes, and I just needed a break from it. So I'm trying to find a way to maybe get someone else to come help me do it. But until then, I've just paused it for now. And yeah, I don't think I can ship fish to New Zealand, but I can ship dry goods to New Zealand.
Yeah.
When that starts up again.
Yeah. I'd help out if I was in Queensland, but...
No, I'd ask you to come help out too. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if I visit Queensland one time after lockdown, might tour your fish room or something.
Definitely.
Bobby K asked for both of us, when you aren't doing scheduled maintenance on your tanks, what kind of things in general do you look for when you look over your tanks?
What do you do?
If I see like a fish that's not too active, I might just do a water change just to try wake it up, because I think it's probably not. It's just like a myth, but I think of like a water change as giving the fish fresh air sometimes, but probably not. But yeah, that's
No, I think that's a good way to think about it. Yeah. I always look for fish, like you said, like behavior. I especially check to make sure that there's no fish that are skinny or not eating. And I always look for breeding or signs of breeding behavior. I look for anything. I don't really have scheduled maintenance. I more just do maintenance when I can and as consistently as possible. So I'll find things to clean if I don't have anything to do, or if I have the time, or just try and forward plan when I'm looking at stuff. Because if I know a fish is going to breed in a couple of days' time, then I can better prepare for moving fish around and fry around to make space for that. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm horrible at being consistent, but yeah.
Oh, it's hard because you're at school. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a bunch of other things going on.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
But you're doing a pretty good job. So.
Yeah, some could say. Could be better though. Some plants aren't looking amazing. But
you upload a lot too, so you make a lot of videos and you work really hard, and I definitely notice it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. So yeah, but I usually make sure that I've that I've checked the fish first, see that they're all doing good before I film any video too. So they're still getting like really good attention. But in lockdown though, they're getting extra attention because
Definitely.
yeah, it's sorry, I'm lost in words right now.
That's all good.
Yeah. Anyway, well, so yeah, I try to keep up. So I don't know what the aqua papa means, but fenbendazole. Oh, fenbendazole works well. That might be some sort of cure, maybe.
Yeah, fenbendazole is used for a lot of, I think, deworming, but it's a little bit more expensive and hard to find here. So I just use the natural one.
Okay.
Maybe that's metronidazole. I remember. Metronidazole is for bacteria. Yeah, that's right. Don't worry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Antonio Plays said, I have a 20-gallon, 80-liter, and I got 4 guppies, 4 cories, 8 neon tetras, and think of getting a bristlenose pleco. I wouldn't see any harm in that. In fact, I think that's a bit understocked. So yeah, some bristlenose would make a good cleaning crew temporarily, and then once they grow up, you might be able to breed them. Sounds like you're getting a bristlenose, so yeah. Also, back from before, yeah, Bobby K confirmed he lives in the Gold Coast, yeah, so good to know. Zerst asked, I think we could both answer this, but what fish shop do you sell your fish to? As well as
I sell fish to every shop. I guess, yeah, I mean, I don't see any problem saying it. For a long time, I didn't say the shops that I'd sell stuff to because I didn't want the shops coming and getting, if someone had a problem with their fish, blaming like them for my fault or something like that, if that makes sense. I don't want them getting in trouble for like something that I did. But I sell a lot to a shop called Paul's Aquariums, and I sell a lot to a shop called Smith's Aquarium, and I sell a lot of my stuff wholesale as well. Yeah. But those are my 2 favorites to sell stuff to. I mean, I like selling stuff to other shops, but I've known those guys the longest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't have many fish stores around here. Well, like local fish stores. We don't have many. We have like a lot of like Pet Barn and PetSmarts, but yeah, we have a few. Well, I haven't really visited them. I stick to Coburg Aquarium basically.
And that's a popular one.
Pardon?
That's a very popular one.
Yeah. Also, have you heard of Fastway Aquarium and Hydroponics?
I haven't heard of that one, no.
Yeah, my friends stopped going to Coburg and started going there. Apparently, it's better. Fresh Aquatics said to Antonio that he wouldn't do the bristlenose as he's heard they've pooped a lot, which can build up the bioload, causing ammonia. Well, I've had the same size tank with quite a few more fish and some bristlenose. I mean, as long as you're sucking up that poop and waste, it'd be easier if you had gravel or something, not sand. But yeah, it should be fine. One bristlenose won't make too much of an impact. Antonio is Greek, Italian, and Australian. Sorry, I'm reading the early chat.
That's all right.
So yeah, Benny's Aquatics came in a bit ago. Question for both of us. My family member's bristlenose spawned, and he wants me to take the eggs home. How should I remove the eggs from the cave, or should I let them hatch? Actually, before you answer that, I'm guessing I know what you're gonna say, and if I'm right, that's cool. So you get the cave and you dip it in the water and then let it flow out, right? And
Yeah, that might work, but it might also not if they're not hatched. And I've tried to do it before, and if the eggs are in there, they're really stuck in there.
Yeah, you do that with fry. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so if they've hatched, you can definitely do it.
Yeah.
But if they haven't hatched, I'd leave them in there with the male until they hatch, and then when they've hatched, you've got like 4 to 5 days before they come out of the cave for you to take them out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's really fun doing that. I really like doing that.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, but I find when the dad's like caring for the fry, it actually looks pretty cute. And
Yeah,
when it's in the cave, just flapping and doing its job at keeping its babies alive, I find that mesmerizing.
yeah, definitely. Same here.
Fish's Aquatics World is in the house. Sorry he's late, but that's fine. Craig Donegar, Craig's Catfish Cave, came in. How's it going? I think I might actually update on the chat again. I think there's a few new people. Oh yeah, so actually saw Bobby K ask this a while ago, but how's your Dark Knight Rams?
Oh, they're good. So like I was saying before, there's been a bit of maneuvering and trying to figure out the best way to breed the rams in the fish room, because previously I was doing a lot of breeding with Justin, and now that we're not doing that because we're both doing our separate things, I'm breeding them myself. And part of the challenge, like I was saying, was with raising the eggs because they're not at home. So I've been setting up, like I actually haven't shown this on any videos yet, but I've been setting up a ton of ram breeding tanks for the pairs. And I think I've got maybe 6 pairs going. And I've had 1 pair that's been successful, but I'm just leaving them in with the parents and letting the parents raise the fry. So I painted all the sides and set up all those tanks, and now it's just a waiting game till they all figure it out. But it's been successful. I've had 1 successful batch, which is growing out now. And I've got a few more that should be coming on the way. So I'm expecting probably within the next 2 months, I'll be up at full speed and have all my pairs going properly. But yeah, it's been really fun. They don't breed true, which is kind of a bit annoying. So you don't always have super dark nights, but you get a mix. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does. Fish Kid, his birthday's coming up, so early happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Okay, I'm lost in the chat. Prof Ron. Oh, yeah, Prof Ron. He asked, where can I buy a native Greek fish for my aquarium?
Not sure.
I don't know any native fish, actually, from
Yeah.
Greece. Probably like fish that you'd probably fish for. Craig wants to know where we're from. So I'm from Victoria, Melbourne, so the city. And Nick is from Brisbane.
Yep.
Very cool.
Definitely.
I don't know what Zaid meant by do you sell to shops on the Goldie. Oh, Gold Coast.
The Gold Coast. Yeah. No, I don't sell to any shops on the Gold Coast, but I think that the wholesalers that I sell stuff to would sell stuff to people on the Gold Coast. So it was a bit weird because I had a guy from a shop ask me if he could buy some of my fish, and then he said, I already have some of the fish that you've bred from a wholesaler, so I just wanted a top up from you, which was a bit weird.
Yeah.
But to like think that they've come like through a few different people to him.
Yeah. Interesting. So we'll answer a few more of the chat's questions, and then I want to ask a few of my questions. So Lucky I or Lucky L? Sorry, I'm
Lucky L.
always confused. Lucky L, yeah. How's it going?
No, it's Lucky I. Lucky Lachlan Isaac. That's it. Sorry, Lucky.
Okay, great. G'day, Lucky. How's it going? Yeah, thanks for popping by. Fisher Aquatics said, I have a 29-gallon, 110-liter tank with one nearly full-grown angelfish, a red-tailed shark, and a long-fin bristlenose pleco. Any tank mate ideas? I've been hunting for angels. A red-tailed. Oh,
maybe a few Corys.
Oh yeah.
Maybe some Corys could be cool. Yeah.
Maybe something for the top two. Wait, so what do you have again? You have a fully grown angelfish. Okay, so yeah, you probably have lots of like a middle to bottom area. So maybe something for the top. Maybe giant Danios or Congo tetras. Congo tetras might get too big, like because you need a school and all. So, a big. You could get like a half beak maybe, or.
Oh, that could be cool.
Yeah, they're expensive here, but if you can find one, yeah, for a good price. But
I should do those someday.
Yeah, you definitely should, because they're a live bearer, so they shouldn't be like super hard.
Yeah, I just don't have any space.
Yeah, hard to believe, but
I know. You fill it up really quick. You could have like 2 million tanks and you'd still find a way to fill them all. I guarantee it. You'll never have enough tanks.
Actually, I met a guy once who had 240 setups in his place. In fact, actually, you might know him, HC Aqua.
Does he have that many?
Yeah, he used to have 240 setups. I think maybe including ponds, but still a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and then recently he actually had to move and he got rid of most of them. He has only a few tanks now, so big transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like his videos a lot.
Yeah. I haven't watched too many, but he's got some awesome guppies.
He does, yeah.
Fresh Aquatics thinks Fish's tank is a little overstocked. Well, maybe you could get like more of the same kind, because I know like the angelfish could be in a group, but then you might have breeding. Yeah. Haven't really kept the tank that big before. Ismail Anuri said, sorry if I pronounced your names wrong too, by the way, just correct me, but he said, hi, is it profitable breeding cribs? Something I'd like to know too, because they've got me interested.
Yeah, I personally don't think so. And I think because there's not a high demand for them, and people can breed lots of them, and they can also be imported. So I would breed something different. I bred lots and lots of cribs myself, but they're very hard to sell. Not a lot of people want them, even though they're really cool and like they look really cool as well. And they were one of the easiest fish to breed, in my opinion, that I've ever bred. I would breed something else because you'll make more money for the effort that you put in.
Maybe if you really do want to breed a crib, maybe checking up with your fish stores to see if they will take
Definitely.
crib. That's probably the safest way. And then if they don't, just go with something else. Luckily, though, I think Yeah, my place does. But yeah, maybe I might go for a more high demand fish.
I'm getting some more pistos this week
Oh
to
yeah.
try again. So hopefully I can make some money with them. I'm getting the fire golds,
Oh yeah.
but they're really rare. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always like wanted to get the Epistogramma agassiziis. But literally almost all the Epistogrammas around here are so expensive.
How much are they in your area?
$40 a fish.
Yeah, they're like 50 in my area.
15.
50.
50. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of saving up for those fish.
You got to breed some guppies and sell them, or some bristlenose will get you them.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I've had lots of success with endless too.
Yeah, they're good too.
Yeah, actually, well, like I saw you unbox the Japanese blue endlers before, and because I got a fry, so my male is he's blue and it's shows the main traits you look for in a Japanese blue endler, except he doesn't have more that lyre tail fin tail. And then one of his babies had like this lyre tail on it. So, and then
Cool.
I was looking at your Japanese blue endlers that you got, and apparently I realized that there's actually they're weird. They're like they kind of carry different traits. So some will have those lyre tails, some will just have normal tails. So
yeah. Doesn't matter too much though, because I think that the only people who really, really care are the people who are like super enthusiasts.
yeah. Lucky I. Yes, I am in Australia, in Victoria. Oh, sorry. I'll just be a sec.
That's all right. I guess I'll take over for now, if that's okay. Can you hear me? Sorry. Is it all good? Awesome. You can go back to steering the ship.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, Bobby K said for rams, I try substrate plants and dither fish because even that pair of black rams spawned and raised themselves. Okay. So Lockie, I also said, do you or Nick have any native fish other than rainbows?
I don't, personally.
Yeah. I have the dwarf neon rainbows, and I know you said not rainbows, but I have those. But then I used to keep a pygmy perch. It was wild caught. That is really hard to keep though, because you have to feed them live foods especially if they come from the wild almost every day, because in the wild they just graze on larvae and that sort of stuff, and
Yeah.
if you're taking it from the wild, they're not gonna know that flakes are really fish food. So
Yeah.
didn't do well, but I experienced it. Zane said, Nick, big fan, love from Pakistan.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, I had a Pakistani loach before a while ago. It's pretty cool. You'd probably be able to catch them in the wild there. Antonio said, what good aquarium shops are there in Victoria? I go to Coburg Aquarium usually. Well, since you go to Coburg Aquarium, you're probably not too far away from Fastway Aquarium and Hydroponics. I did do a tour on that a while ago, but it's a great place. I got the electric blue Cara and the dwarf neons from there. The dwarf neon rainbows. But yeah, there's also, I go to like Bodgy from Australia or Blake's Aquatics. They do lots of fish store tours, so you'll be able to find plenty through their videos. So yeah, I'd check them out. But yeah, I personally go to Kobo Aquarium most of the time. Yeah, I do. I don't sell fish. I just, try breed fish. I try. I'm usually not that successful, but yeah, I'll just give them to the fish store. Giant cribs are always in demand. Seems like it's different there. Yeah. Okay, so it's like not too many questions. I'll probably ask one of my questions now to Nick.
Yeah, sure.
In fact, I thought this stream would be hard to keep going as it usually is, but we're getting so many questions. In fact,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So 2 questions. First one is, what is your favorite current breeding project?
It's a bit of a 3-way tie. At the moment, I'm focusing on peppermint bristlenose, which I want to be more productive with. It seems I've only had one pair that's going crazy, and then discus, and then the rams. I think I'd put the discus and rams over that. I've actually had a lot of success in the past couple of weeks with one of my pairs of discus, and I've got, I think, 60 babies growing out, and then I've got another batch of wrigglers with this one pair, so that's been cool. And then I've had one successful spawn with the black rams with the new brood stock with the new method. So I'd like to get, many more than that coming through. But I think, yeah, those 3 would be my favorites. If I had to pick one, probably the discus, though.
Yeah, I've always wanted them, but no tank room for them. So, yeah, good.
Yeah,
good job.
Eventually you will go.
Pardon?
Eventually one day you will get to.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, if once I graduate, I might start a fish room breeding business inspired by you. But I mean, I might get out of the hobby by that time, but I'm hoping I stay. Okay. Yeah, YouTube really helps me stay in it. So
yeah, when I was your age, I thought that as well, and maybe I did take a break, but then I think you always come back to it at some point. It's like a bug, it's there, and you've always got it, but sometimes it's bigger than other times.
Yeah, this is the biggest hobby I've ever been in, and the most demanding one too.
Yeah.
So my other question is, what is your dream breeding project? So something that you can't do, you can't make happen, but you want to, once you can, I guess.
Yeah. The zebs, the zebraplecos. I want to get those to breed so badly. Yeah. I've been wanting to breed those for quite a long time. I've got a colony growing out that should be ready to breed in a year and a bit. So
yeah,
once those breed, are we still live, or is it you, or is it me?
Oh, you're glitching badly. Yeah, we're still live.
Is it me, or is it you?
I think it's you. You're glitching. You're frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. So, oh yeah. So here's a bit of a mind twister. I don't know what you call it, but if you could only breed one type of fish/invertebrate, what would it be? Oh no. I'll check if you're frozen on YouTube. It might be me. Oh. Oops. This happened last time with me, actually. I'm sure you'll be able to rejoin. It's probably just the internet. But I guess, yeah, we're without Nick for a second. He'll be back. I'm sure of it. Yeah, looking at the chat, everyone's gone nuts. I'm sure he'll just be a bit out. I'll just wait. Yeah, this happened to me last time. And then Justin took over the live stream, so it was just an internet issue for me, so yeah. I guess we'll just wait for Nick to come back on, and hopefully he's going to come back. Who knows? Yeah, sorry, I have my profile pic on right now just because age stuff on YouTube. It's weird. If I could only have one fish, damn, I didn't think it'd be the other way around. Oh, Nick's back.
Just dropped out.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. I hope everyone didn't leave. But
this happened to
it
me
was out for a
time.
bit. Sorry.
Oh no. It happened to me too before, so.
But yeah. No, I was just saying the zebra plecos are the project that I want to get going. But I have to wait till they're ready.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, so this question, you dropped out when I asked you this, but if you could only breed one type of fish or invertebrate, what would it be?
Zebra plecos. Definitely.
Oh, yeah. So I guess you also get lots of profit out of it too, and also still being a really cool fish. And
I think that's more like for me, I don't think you could make more profit doing other things. Like in the amount of time it takes to get zebra plecos up to breeding size, you could breed anything else pretty much and you'd make more money, I think. But it's the challenge because a lot of people will breed them once or twice and then not have success after that. I want to be able to really just, breed them on a cycle and really get them going. And also because they're really rare and they just look so cool. Definitely my favorite fish by far is the zebra pleco. Yeah. So that would definitely be it.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so when's the last few questions? Do you have to go or
I can stay for like another 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Everyone went crazy when you left.
Sorry. Oh yeah, I'll look.
Fresh Aquatics had to go. It's midnight for him there. Gosh. Will Drummond said, do endless, shrimp, and bristlenose breed well together?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a lot. It's a big breeding tank right there. Got the mix. Yeah. Pretty that'd be cool. Fisher Aquatics said, Nick, you should get KFS stickers to sell on your website or to include in your orders.
Yeah, I actually already have those. I've been sending. That was what I was doing before I took a break. But I have stickers here, so you get a sticker, and then I was also sending out discounts. So if you get another, if you place the order, you get a discount. If you've already placed an order, like 10%, and I was also sending out magnets as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You get a whole bunch of things. And I always try and include, I don't in every order, but if I feel like they're a hard fish to take care of and I can afford to, I'll throw in 1 or 2 extra fish for people's orders in case they lose one or something like that.
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, I watched the Aquamate unboxing of your channel, so I saw usually comes in that. It's cool.
Yeah, that was before I had all these cool things, which was kind of annoying, but I think he liked what he got.
Yeah.
I gave him a heap of extras, so that's why I was really disappointed to see the power outage.
Mm. Oh yeah.
I felt so bad for him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, it's like my worst nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't have anything to support a power outage here either. So, although we do use solar, so I'm not sure.
That'll help. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I go to the chat. Fish Kid wanted to know when will your site be up again? He is wanting to make sure his parents can order a breeder box and a shirt for his birthday.
Sadly, I can't promise anything because I've been getting lots and lots of people obviously messaging me because they want fish, but I really don't know when. I don't think it'd be within the next month, just because I think it's almost something that I'm tempted to just leave until I have the next fish room and I can like have a proper group of employees who can help manage it, like the website inventories and everything like that. Because a lot of people, like for me, my main priorities now that there's so many different things going on is number one, the fish are always the main priority. So if I'm not breeding fish, then I'm not going to do well in anything. So I have to make sure I'm constantly breeding fish. So that's my main focus. And then the second focus is YouTube. And then the third is the website. Like I still put people first, like when it comes to the website satisfaction and things like that. Like I always make sure people are happy. But for me, the priority is the fish. I got to make sure that I'm breeding fish and they're all well taken care of. And sometimes the website, because you have to waste a whole day shipping out and packing fish. That means you fall behind on your fish jobs. So I'm not too sure when.
Okay, yeah. Now take all the time you need, because then the more time you take, well, you'll have like probably some very high quality fish because of like all the focus into them. So
yeah, and the more I'll be able to make videos as well, which I think is more important right now. Like I think that I like trust that everyone who watches the videos, like they'll still want my fish even if it takes another year to get the website up and going properly. Like that makes sense. So yeah. It's hard because I'm not a patient person and I want to have it up and running. It's just I only have so many hours. So
oh yeah, I understand. So a question for me, but have I seen the tiger orange Medaka rice fish at Kobo Aquarium? I've seen them for sale on their website and they don't have any photos attached. I was wondering how they look. I've seen the golden Medaka there. That's really it. Yeah, I've actually been looking for rice fish there if they happen to have it one day, but no. Mainly just the golden Medaka, which I don't really find too attractive, but I know some people do. Question for each of us. How do your friends and family react to you being internet famous?
do you want to go first? Because I feel like it'd be more interesting for you.
I'm not really internet famous at all, but I mean, my friends, they're always just telling the teachers at school, hey, Laz has a YouTube channel, did you know? They're always like all about how many subscribers I have, and they're asking, how many subs do you have? And sometimes it can be annoying because a lot of the reason why I started the YouTube channel was just to inform the people on anything I learn, have success with, and help out the hobby and even try to inspire others. I've actually inspired a few of my friends before. I'm sure you've inspired a lot of people. But yeah, you go.
I hope so. I don't think at all, really. Like my family, everyone knows it, and I think that I get like fleeting comments of people just going like, "Oh, how are the fish, mate?" and things like that from people I haven't seen for a bit in my family.
Yeah.
No one watches the videos, I think, anymore.
You know.
And but I don't think that I'm internet famous, but it's kind of weird sometimes. Like nowadays, if I go to like, it's not like normal stores, but every time I go to the aquarium shop, someone normally will recognize me and say hi, which is kind of like, it's pretty cool, but I don't know what to say. Like I always get like I always like don't know how to react, like what to say to someone when they say like, "Oh, I like your videos." I go, "Oh, thank you," like, and then try and ask them what fish they keep, or I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Kill Facts, welcome to the live stream. How's it going? Okay. Oh, so Benny's Aquatics is back. Question for you, Nick. When you were his age, 16, what fish were you breeding, and did you think you wanted to breed as many fish as you do now?
So I actually, when I was 16, probably didn't breed any fish. When I was 17, I got back into it, and I was only breeding guppies and cherry shrimp. And then when I was breeding those, I knew that I wanted to breed heaps of stuff, but like I honestly didn't ever think that I'd still be like doing this and doing it like the way I'm doing it now. And I'm like so grateful that I am. Like this is everything I've ever wanted to do. And yeah, I don't want to stop doing this now, but I did not think that it would be like this at all. I think it's happened like really quickly, like everything. But yeah, I was just breeding guppies and cherry shrimp at 17, so pretty similar. So you're a big step ahead of me if you're breeding rams.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's also breeding pistos, angelfish, and I think Ronan, I saw you got some discus like a few months ago. I think you got a pair. He'll have to correct me there, but yeah, he has some really cool projects. And yeah, it's been pretty successful too, which is cool. T-Bone Fishies, how's it going? A member of the channel. Always have to say that though, because thank you, T-Bone. So, yeah, how's it going? Scott's Aquatics, thanks for joining today. How's it going to you? Fish Kid asked if you could breed a pair of Bristlenose in a 17-gallon cube and raise a fry in a breeder box.
I think you could, but you'd only be able to raise the fry for a little bit of time before you have to move them to an actual big tank, because otherwise you'll stunt them or they won't grow quick or well.
Yeah, because sometimes they have really big spawns, don't they? So
yeah, I've had them like lay 300 at a time.
Yeah.
That's huge females. Like females that are nearly as big as my forearm that I've got, like that lay that many eggs. But the average I'd say is like 80 to 120.
Yeah. I'm actually curious, and what age do Bristlenose start breeding?
I'd say about a year and a bit. So,
or how big, maybe? Like,
I don't know the size. I think because I haven't seen like all my brood stock basically has just been like collectively growing out over a long period of time.
Yeah.
And I've actually bought other people's old Bristlenose instead of waiting to grow them up. But I've been growing out the lemon blue eyes and longfin lemons, and I've been growing out super reds. And I feel like they're still 6 months away from breeding, and I've had them for probably 4. And I got them at 2 or 3 months old. So I'd say, yeah, like a year, just over a year is what I'd say. So yours will nearly be at breeding age, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
But like I was saying before, if I thought you said it was maybe $50 to get the male bristlenose.
Yeah.
Because if you can get him for $50 and breed him with your female, their first spawn you'll get like probably 50 eggs, and you'll probably be able to raise all those guys up if you do it properly. And then if you do 50, you can probably sell them for $2 and you'll get your money back.
Yeah.
Like, because you get $100 worth of fish. So that might be something worth considering instead of having to wait like a long time possibly.
Yeah. Okay, because it would be a big spawn because my female's huge. She's like so.
Jeez.
Maybe I will do that.
Because if you have a female that's too big for your male, he won't breed with her as well.
Okay.
So you'll need like similar sized fish together.
Yeah. They're similar size too. She's not like massive, but she's bigger than at the fish store.
I definitely consider it.
Yeah, I got it when she was that big though, so it's
Cool.
really interesting watching them grow up. So
yeah.
Do you want to wrap up now or?
Yeah, I think we should wrap it up. But thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it, and thank you to everyone who came and asked questions. And I hope that I could help some people. And I'm sure that you did too, there, Lazarus too. So thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, no worries. You can do it. If I'm like live streaming on my StreamYard, you can join anytime.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you for watching. We've got a lot of new viewers in the chat today, so it's been really fun, and I hope you guys did enjoy it. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and thank you, Nick, for coming on to the stream today. Really appreciated. And I guess I'll see you all next video or live stream. So
cool.
Thank you. See ya.